All right. So again, obviously you have a lot of scrub within walking distance. I don't know if you have cameras in there that you can look at. You want to go door to door if you have it going north. Like it's north. I don't know. Maybe it's not north. Hang on. Let me look there. Going towards that scrub. Uh, Park Road and all that in there. Yeah, you got to do a cadaver dog thing. Yeah, they may have been in here, but I borrowed the camera. I replaced the batteries and didn't reset. It's one of those trail cam game cams that right that you have to reset. So okay, so this you got a lot of area here even before you get there, and she could even be in there if there's depression. Again, what kid wasn't depressed? I wasn't depressed, believe me. I was just fuck with and asleep. You talking to me about suicide? I think it's the stupidest thing on fucking earth. Pardon my French there. Okay, Government Canyon State Natural Area. I will see she could be dead in there, right, swinging from a tree. Right. So you got to run your cadaver dogs. I would possibly. I don't know how good your audio systems are in your vehicles. I would drive. I don't have to look at the map. Well, I drive through that area, just telling her it's okay if she happens to be, you know, that's a lot of area. But yeah, a scenic overlook. Do you have any evidence that she's up in there? I mean, you got to have cameras somewhere up in there. And she lives in a nice area, really. I'd love to live there, go take walks, you know. Right. So you do have to look, and there's something over here, Lost Woods Campground. Right. Iron Horse Canyon, Wreckage Center, Scenic Overlook. Yeah, this all has to be looked at. I'm in the right area, I guess I am. Right. So you want? I think they're probably the best people for it. Equisearch has to find you. I mean, you have your own dogs, and I'm sure you know some dogs, but ask Equisearch for cadaver dogs. See what they can do. I usually have a list of people. Oh, Hindu temple over there. All right. Yeah, you got a lot of area you got to search for cadaver dogs if nothing else comes up. But I definitely go from. I guess they're saying. I think I pulled up the right intersection. Wild Horse Parkway and what is this here? Caspian Spring. Right. Right, we got a lot of area there. At first, it looked like when I looked at the development, I was saying, well, maybe it's open. And then I pulled the map up. And I'm like, oh my God. She could be anywhere. She could be lost too. Right. I don't know how bad it gets up in there. I've been lost like just for a short period of time. My kids and I, one of the last times I went with them, we were in Maryland somewhere I think it was Maryland, yeah, in a wooded area. I think it was that trail, not the one up in Hartford, the one over by York County. And we walked into the woods and we were doing pretty good, but we got off the trail and that was it. We were lost. And I mean, it was hot, It's like, but then we found our way. Right. Yeah, so I would I would run cadaver dogs just so you don't have to wait till like forever to know the answer to that one. It's pretty thick in there, though. I think the dogs can go through it. And then I would go door to door on the way up to that place asking for home video. And I would drive their vehicles through the roadways in that wooded area, telling her to come out and it's okay. Nobody's mad. Right. I mean, because that's a place to hide. I don't know. It's been a while. But somebody that's depressed might go up into that place and they would need food and stuff, so I'm not sure. She still might have just been out on her walk. Right. So, yeah, I just read it. So uh, she didn't have her phone, but she had her keys. So she locked her phone in her vehicle while she went for a walk, I guess. I just sometimes just leave it unlocked and throw my keys in there. Right. To the house, They break in anyway. Jewish neighborhood too. Shalom, shalom. Daycare, shalom, shalom. Actually, it could be Christian. Is it? It's a lot of area up in there. Hopefully, he doesn't come up dead in there. Dinosaur tracks, government training. It was one of the areas where they found the dinosaurs. Let's see what we got here. There's not too much map I can see, but it looks all like that's, I guess, what they call a scrub prine or something. It keeps taking me back there. I can't believe I just did that. It's not the neighborhood, is it? Man, why do I'm over here? Oh, Caroline's loot. I guess there's no video of that. Joe Johnson wrote. Yeah, it looks all. Well, so you do got to get your cadaver dogs together. And rule that out. Who knows? You might find a couple bodies. You might find Lena. Right. That's always a good opportunity. I mean, you don't want to have to do it, but again, when you run dogs up through there, you're clearing that area, and that's what I recommend. Like the sheriff should say, okay, see this area in here. We're going to look for volunteers to run their dogs through this area, and what they do is they check in with the sheriff's department, and the sheriff's department tells them what area of the wooded area they want cleared. How much area do you want to clear? Me and my dog want to look through 10 acres or something, whatever it is, 20 acres, and then you cut off that area and ask them to go look in that area, right? And then the next group that comes in does another 10 acres or 20 acres or whatever it is, right? Then you get your. It's just like when they go in and they pull the cars out of the water. But what you're doing is you're going through wooded areas with dogs looking for cadavers, for bodies. Right. Thank you. Then over time, you clear your wooded areas, and you start all over again. Right. Thank you, Larry. So I read that there was no specific information about out of the country. Right. The thing is, I don't know how much video you have, and I know it takes time to go through it. I suggested creating and I don't know how successful it would be, an AI app to scan the video. The Google machine. They got a secret Google machine. Links to satellites and everything. Yeah, you got to get up in there. I don't know if you're in there now, but you got to get your cadaver dogs going. And again, the immediate area there that you see that little loop, kind of, it kind of almost looks like a crab looking downward at her area there where she would walk through by that school. There was a school there somewhere. Dr. John Folks Middle School. Those cameras are very important in there. You have to find out from her family if she ever, does she have a tie to that wooded area. I'm sure you got a lot of rangers up there and stuff, or at least some. For that immediate area, the front county trailhead, scenic, go up to the scenic overlook there. Oh, we need to get that area first. This is kind of the area that woman was found in, I think, in Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma, in Oregon. Oregon, missing woman found hanging in tree. See if we find her. Multiple reports of men found deceased in often in forest remote areas, hanging in a tree, including a 2020 discovery of Grace Narvez Weaver. That may be, or was it Susan Fournier? That was 2024. It's too late. Let's try Grace here. Oh, that's definitely not that one. That's not. It's older than that, I think. Key incidents. 20. It was like right away. I mean, it was only at the most a month. I don't even think it was more than that. I don't even think it was that much. Go deep, dive deeper AI mode. I can't believe it's not in here. Now he may have been here. The door doesn't seem like it was locked away when I left, but again, they may not have even been in here. They may have just unlocked the door to make it look like they came in. I didn't have any cameras outside. Now it wasn't a city. It was out. I can't believe they didn't have that one. Rural area, I guess. I mean, I probably have it on my Facebook somewhere. For nearly 2 weeks, it should be this one. If it's not somebody else. 2014. An Oregon mom whose body was found in a remote area after she was missing for nearly 2 weeks committed suicide. Right. Jennifer Huston killed herself by asphyxiation. Right. Yeah, died fairly close to the time she was reported missing on July 25th. So we want to make sure it's not that case. You go looking and looking and looking, and she's. We don't know what led Jennifer to this dark place and to this end. Perhaps she never will understand this. We are incredibly thankful to family, friends, community, the media. Led to locating Jennifer's car and finding Jennifer. Van Clemmer spotted the SUV on his property on Tuesday, about 1/8 of a mile from his home. It's a pretty thick canopy of trees, so it would be pretty difficult to see from the air. Thanks, Larry. Right, she does have a vehicle also on top of it, if she is out there. It doesn't make sense taking the keys if she's going to kill herself. Right, they're effing me off, so I can't be sure. But it just showed me that she's looking at herself, looking at me. But again, that's it's psychic, so it's subject to because I'm being cursed right now.
p.m. is where you leave ordinary for something a little more interesting.
Like her photo's looking to my right. And she could be sitting, standing there to my right. Anyway. But again, it's you know, I'm being cursed off real bad right now, so can't see too much. Thanks, sir. So you're gonna your best bet is to rule out her body being somewhere in the wooded areas. There's even something right here. Eternal Eden Landscape Design. What is this over here? There's some wooded area there. It looks like. Yeah, it's some wooded area, pretty thick. Sunset Hills Road. Yeah, oh wow, look at that. Oh my god. I just came out to the clearing and I could see like a high ground. Oh my. Right. If she did go in there, she could just be lost. She could have been just lost. We never even thought of that, right? Right. There's the big rich neighborhood. This kind of thing never happens around here. I don't know what's going on. Meridian and what's the other street? Sunset Woods Road, which is a gated community or so. Nom 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 nom. What's going on around here? Oh, look, I got the illegal immigrant working on their property over here on the Google. They got the immigrants doing some work on their property. Hey, get ice in on this. Find out who they are. Hub, 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 hub. So again, you know, these people carry, if they're evil, they carry, I'm not saying they're evil, but they carry curses. Yeah, he may have taken the bait earlier. He may have just tried to get me to scream again. Right. But my hope is someday you all put a camera out there and know for sure. Right. If I was the government, I would. Right. So what is this here? This is. Thank you, Larry. Now they should have gave me money. Believe me, they owe me millions. Oh gosh, what's this over here? Yeah, a lot of like I guess they call it. I don't know if it's called scrub pine. That's like cedar, maybe. What is that? They got a lot up in there, and they got some there. I got to go back to work here and finish my apartment. I just pigged down on some fake turkey sandwiches with some chips. I broke down. These are chips. So really, I don't know what kind of camera system you have up there in that forest area, but it's very important to keep them areas covered. That's where they dump bodies. Right. Popo's corrupt. They don't want cameras up there because that's where they dump bodies. Yeah, there's a lot of area there where she could. But most logically, if she was going to kill herself and didn't want to be found, I mean, like what's that guy's name? Um, the girl and that man, and she was trying to become like an influencer podcaster. I don't remember her name. In Florida, those people. He was found in the woods. Right. Unless she was hell bent on suicide, it just looks like she went for a walk. Right. Agreed. Yeah, that's them. Unless you develop information to the contrary, just get as many cadaver dogs together as you can. And again, maybe pick a left stake and work to the right. Looking, am I looking north here? Let's see, where is this thing? Yeah, it looks like I'm looking north, or somewhat north. Right. So just kind of work for like your left side is over here, whatever this road is, 211. Right. Maybe your left side will be left stake will be 211, and then your right side is over here by Iron Horse Canyon Rec Center, and then just kind of work that area first. Right. In fact, she could just be down here by the trailhead, right? Right. I just hope it doesn't become like a Spears thing. Right. And again, a lot of the suicides, that woman that I was talking about was found within 2 weeks, and they looked pretty hard for 2 weeks, and I kept thinking about it for 2 weeks, and I kept telling them, that's where I was telling them, okay, she's missing. Let's improve the camera system because you don't know where she is, right? If they had the camera that I told them that needed to get put in, they would have known she never cleared the edge of town, right? And they would have known to look further in, a couple weeks earlier. So just focus on cadaver dogs, just because suicide is a question. Again, she is cursed. We all know cursed people hang from a tree. It's in the scriptures. Here's some more hobnob community. Well, actually, no, that's what they curse community. That's not hobnob, is it? Or is that bigger houses? It looks like similar to her community. A little bit more money, I think. A little newer. I mean, they say haunting video footage. It's not haunting. It doesn't seem like it's anything out of the ordinary. Right. Now, the question whether she went and retrieved a pistol or something from her vehicle, I don't know if there's any evidence of that. I'll get this whole thing. Yeah, it being Christmas Eve, that could be a problem. You're going to be alone on Christmas, so that could have triggered something. One of the evil Toyota Land Cruiser owners has a neighbor there. They're hired to harass me. All right, stay peaceful. Praise God. And all what you do, praise God.